Today I will share my best tips on how to protect your armored vehicles from drones. Hey guys, my name is Francis. I fought 4 years in Ukraine and I saw the feedback of EX Aurora 2026 where they had to literally call the drone guys to ask them to stop flying because they were not able to complete the scenarios. And during one assault mission, they lost 28 out of 32 of their armored vehicle. Okay, so this is not the first time, it's the second time in a row that 1 to 2 drone teams from Ukraine makes a entire NATO battle force not operational. So that's very bad. NATO, as May 2026, is not operationally ready for conventional warfare. You guys are gonna get wiped the first week based on what we've been seeing with those exercises. So that's why I'm here today. I'm gonna be sharing my best tricks on how to protect yourself, how to protect your vehicles from FPV drones. Of course, you will be losing maybe a few, okay, but you're not gonna be losing 28 out of 32. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first one for armored vehicle, it's also true for pickup trucks, civilian pickup trucks. You can also do that to them. But the first thing, main thing, is cage. Armored cage around the armored vehicle, whether it's a M113, whether it's a Max Pro, okay. Yeah, armored solid cage, not just some grillage that is gonna be get destroyed. Like some good armored grillage around the vehicle. If you don't want the grillage to go too low from the ground, but you still need to protect the wheels, right? So put some chains down, something, or plastic, something that will prevent from the drone to just come in targeting the wheels and blow up the wheels and make the vehicle disabled. Okay, so chains are good, or anything plastic can work as well, but the main thing here is the armored cage. I'm gonna show a picture of what we use in Ukraine. It was pretty good, it worked good for us. So also in Afghanistan, I saw some picture of cages around tanks and everything to prevent against rocket. So you guys are already been doing that tactic in Afghanistan. So there is no reason why today your armored vehicle doesn't have cages around them, okay? And those cages, they protect from everything. Kamikaze drones, fiber optic, from recon drones dropping payloads, okay? It's gonna protect you from everything. If there is someone in the turret, maybe you want to leave some place for him that he can come out and be able to shoot with his shotgun, so he's not trapped inside the cage, right? Now guys, second thing will be jammers. Every vehicle that we have in Ukraine has jammers. It's like antenna that jams the frequency, and there are multiple frequency, okay? So you need antennas that jam all the main frequencies. There is 1.2 gigahertz, 2.4, 3.3, 5.8, 6, okay? Like there's a lot of them. So jam the whole frequency spectrum with those radar, with those antennas. And also before every mission, you want to make sure that they do their work. Maybe one antenna is not working. Maybe on the battery, the light is green, but maybe the antenna is not protecting because you don't see the spectrum, you don't see the radio wave that is coming out from, it's not visible to the human eye. So you need a frequency analyzer, check every single, okay, is 1.2 jam? Yes. Is 2.4 jam? Yes. 3.3? Yes. 5.8? Yeah. Check every single them before you leave for the mission, and you don't want to open that thing right on your base because it's emitting a lot of radio waves and they can detect that. So you don't want to turn that on right on your base. So turn that on the way there. Okay. Now, third tip is shotguns. Let's say you are driving a Max Pro. You have the driver, the navigator. So navigator has to have a shotgun, and the guys in the back has to have 1 to 2 shotguns as well. If you are on a M113, the guy in the turret has to have a shotgun. From there, you need to have a plan. What will happen? What is going to be the drill when you see a drone? Maybe if you are driving like in and out for an assault, maybe you want to take the hit. You don't want to stop, disembark everyone, and take the chance to get some casualties. If you have a nice cage, just take the hit. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be protected. Then go to the assault disembarkment, then fall back. Okay. Or maybe the decision, if the driver see drone approaching, stop, everybody disembarked, distance, all around defense, around the vehicle, and shoot at the drone. That's it. Just make sure you have a plan of what will happen when a drone is encountered. Now for civilian trucks, like pickup trucks, you get drivers and navigator in the front. Navigator has a shotgun, and the guys that are in the back in the box, shotguns as well. Sometimes the drone is coming too fast for you. Let's see, the drone is coming from the behind. The guys in the back see that they bang drone, but maybe they don't have time, and they need to start shooting at it directly. So they start shooting at the drone. If no one hit the drone, you need to jump out the back of that truck. When you jump into a angle, it's gonna prevent you from injuries. If you jump straight, you're gonna hurt yourself and you're gonna be out of service, right? So try to jump with a angle. It's gonna be painful still, but hopefully you're gonna be making it. Okay. Otherwise, drone, maybe you want to yell drone, or just like bang, 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 drone. The driver hear that, stops, everybody jump out the truck, all around defense, take distance, try to shoot down the drone. And also all trucks, civilian trucks, they all have their jammers mounted on the top of the vehicles. So that's basically it for protection against FPV drones. Now you want to look at the overall plan of the assault. Sometime, let's say there is a trench here, you're gonna be disembarking somewhere here. The M113 comes in, disembark everyone. If the M113 or Max Pro starts providing fire support and just be sitting there as a sitting duck, it's gonna get destroyed. Maybe you don't mind having this Max Pro to be destroyed. Maybe it's gonna be part of the plan. When it gets hit, the driver and the machine gunner are falling back, are getting out and falling back. Okay. If you cannot lose them, they need to come in, disembark everyone, then fall back. Fall back, go hit somewhere, and be on standby to do medical evacuation. Because man, if you stay there starting to provide fire support in the trench that is here, you're gonna get hit either by rocket, like RPG, FPV drones, or whatever. You're gonna get hit. Okay, so it's gonna be your call. Do you want to lose that vehicle or not? You need some kind of time. Like, don't just like 1, 2, 3, 4 all together back to back. Man, like if I see that as a FPV drone pilot, just like 4 juicy target coming towards our positions, I will have a huge hard on and like I'm gonna be turned on, okay, and then I'm gonna be really excited. But you should not all together. Okay? One go, unload, and then fall back, and then after that another showed up and fall back. If you all go together and you all get hit, well, it is how it is. Okay, but the most important is to disembark the infantry. So as long as you do that, it doesn't really matter if you lose the vehicle or not, especially if you are from a rich NATO country and which has like thousands of them waiting behind. Just have your main assault vehicle with your casevac vehicle ready somewhere in the back. Basically, you should expect some of vehicles to get hit. It's normal. You should expect, like, let's say casevac that are coming, you should expect them to get hit also, and then you will have to send another one to extract those guys and those wounded from the assault, right? So it's gonna be a total mess, a total shit show either way. So you need to be ready for that. Now let's say that one of your vehicle gets hit on the way there and cannot drive anymore. Well, everybody needs to disembark, okay, go in the tree line, and from there you're gonna see, maybe if you have people wounded, they are gonna stay there, receive some medical attention, while the guys who are not injured keep pushing forward to join the assault, or maybe everyone will be waiting there for another one to come in and to come in, pick him up, to bring them to the assault. In summary, guys, a lot will depend on the plan, the planning, the terrain, and all your assets, okay? But you want your vehicle to have the most chance of completing their mission, which is disembarking the infantry. And the most closer from the objective you did disembark, well, the most likely you're gonna get them hit. So maybe you want to disembark the infantry a few kilometers back. If there is like a tree line they can infill, or a forest or something, right? So once again, it's gonna be depending on the terrain, but as long as you have cage, EW, jammers, the team has shotguns, it's gonna provide you, like, not 100%, but it's gonna provide you more chance to resist the enemy FPV drone. It's insane. A lot of time, like, vehicles cannot even reach them to evacuate them because they get hit instantly, right? So those guys are just left alone on that position to die, and it happened, and it's gonna keep happening, and it's war, but it is how it is. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for today. Send that video to your commander or something, so they can finally start waking up, say, hey, this guy has experience in Ukraine, that's how it's being done in Ukraine, so let's do this that way. Simple, man. This YouTube channel is free. You just have to subscribe, also join the Instagram, and you're gonna learn all kind of stuff here, okay? Guys, I hope you enjoyed. That's all I have for today, and yeah, stay safe. Peace.